Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, yes, I am recording this a little bit ahead of time, but I just want to say that at the current moment in time, as I am recording this, the entire market is red, as Quant is up 10%. So, as I was really kind of looking at Quant and the XDC partnership just recently, and really kind of looking at the overall ecosystem that Quant has essentially built out, it has come to my attention that a lot of people are kind of confused on what Quant actually is doing and also why it is on the Ethereum network. I just want you guys to understand that it is on the Ethereum network at this current moment in time, but it is blockchain agnostic and can transition to any blockchain itself. I've seen a few people say, like, why hasn't like Quant built their own blockchain? I mean, I really don't know. You would have to ask them. I mean, to me personally, I don't think that they really need to, build a blockchain, as they have built out a massive operating system. And like I said, it is blockchain agnostic. They could build on any chain. They could transition to any chain. So this being an ERC20 token doesn't really phase me at all. I've seen a lot of people asking me, like, does it phase you that it is an ERC20 token? No, it doesn't. Especially because, like, Quant themselves has basically solved the gas fee problem within Ethereum as well, which is pretty significant. Now, with this in mind, I do want to say that I have been wrong this entire time. I have been calculating things and looking at things from the circulating supply perspective, with this having, 83% of the, circulating supply in circulation, or total supply in circulation, sorry. And I was wrong. In fact, the entire total supply is actually out there. Just a Tech Guy actually just tweeted this out recently saying, hey, CoinMarketCap, can you update QNT's circulating supply? It's 100% circulating. The team wallet vesting has been over for a very long time now. CoinMarketCap still states that these are out of circulation while tokens have been sold and used by the company. And this goes back to 2018 by Gilbert Verdian saying, yes, for the following purposes, the company reserve will be vested for 12 months from the end of the TGE. We cannot touch these for 12 months. Approximately, half of the reserve tokens will be redistributed between founders, partners, staff members, advisors, and service fees for third-party providers, subject to a 12-month holding period. The remaining 57%, of the reserve over the years for operational costs for the development of the Quant ecosystem. So, there is basically zero dilution on Quant's token. There is no, in terms of like the tokenomics, I would say that this is probably the best tokenomic, project out there. Like, from a tokenomics standpoint to even utility standpoint, this project has pretty much everything going for it. This is awesome. I love to see it. And sometimes I actually like to be wrong. I mean, this is something that is pretty significant to, just really kind of analyze from an overall, like, inflationary perspective. Like, there's no inflation. It is, fully out there. Now, I also want to talk to you guys about this tweet here from Quant. So we do see them saying, we may be, or I shouldn't say them. This is actually from JP Morgan, an employee at JP Morgan. We may be having a crypto winter, but we're definitely going to have a blockchain summer. And we do see down here, blockchain is an elegant solution to many problems, says Lawrence Wintermeyer. I'm hoping that I'm saying that name right. Chair at Global Digital Finance. It will help improve capital markets, everything from brokerage to settlement. And yeah, I mean, like, when we talk about things happening like around capital markets, I just talked to you guys about, like, for example, like tokenization of, like, the stock market as well. So, this is a very exciting time right now in terms of crypto. I think that I honestly think that at the current moment in time, as, like, crypto is at an $834 billion market cap and, like, everything's crashing, I think that this is more of an exciting time to be in this market than when we were at all-time highs. And also, we do see here, in 2020, I could not say the word tokenization. I would have been laughed at. And this is the CEO of OEHU. I honestly, I might be butchering that as well. Today, banks like JP Morgan, everyone is experimenting with blockchain, but the question is, how do we create interoperability? There are many more human touch points with crypto than with CBDC, says OKX and P. Jillian. Perhaps that's why crypto has been adopted faster. And yeah, I think that like when we talk about like just CBDCs in general, like yeah, sure, that's like probably one of the biggest selling points, but honestly, I'm looking at everything around crypto. The funny thing is though, is that no matter how big the use case, we still are being stifled by interoperability. We do see here, and this is from an article from venturebeat.com. This goes back to May 3rd, 2022. It says blockchain interoperability is essential to avoid the flaws of Web 2. And yeah, I think that as we transition into like Web 3.0 and we do see like metaverses being built, NFT projects being built, there is still one thing that stands out to me, and that is interoperability is crucial. I've said it just the other day. Quant. You know, the entire fate of crypto is in Quant's hands. We do see here interoperability holds the key to a multi-chain world. It refers to a broad range of techniques that allow different blockchains to listen to each other, transfer digital assets and data between one another, and enable better collaboration. And, you know, they are talking about like, you know, there are decentralized cross-chain bridges that facilitate the transfer of data and assets between Ethereum and so many other blockchains. But honestly, like when we talk about like things happening around, you know, just crypto in general, there's so many use cases still being stifled from an interoperability standpoint. They are mentioning call to action as members of the Web3 ecosystem. We share a responsibility not just to promote a multi-chain world, but also to make it safer as more users begin to enter Web3. And again, when we talk about things happening around this, you know, we still want everything to be, you know, fully secure, all while still delivering interoperability. And again, I've always said it, Quant is the key player here. And we also do see over here from International Banker, interoperability is fundamental to blockchain's future. And this goes back to January of 2022. And we do see down here, we have seen, especially over the last 5 years, several different blockchain platforms emerge, buoyed by the demand for and adoption of the technology advancements being made in blockchain innovation and positive price action that the space has garnered over on the back of such successful blockchain projects as, you know, the Bitcoin and Ethereum platforms. But again, at the end of the day, you know, further into like the future, we do see down here, so far the notion of chain interoperability has seen much theory and little practice, primarily because a live example of successful chain interoperability requires not one, but two already existing stable and sufficiently, powerful blockchains to build off. But this is slowly starting to change. And yeah, I think that like as we really kind of see a focus point being, you know, put on interoperability, we will most likely see more projects emerge. But I still think that, you know, Quant is the key player here for all of this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below on that, though. Now, we also do see from the blockchain media, they are outlining all of, well, I shouldn't say all of, some of the partners of Quant. We do see here, you know, some of the Q&T partners. Quant is one of the only projects that actually have a product market fit. And here we have a large amount of, you know, their partners. You do see a few of them like Alliance Block, NVIDIA, AU Cloud, Hyperledger, TechNation, Cyber. There's a bunch of other ones here as well, like Oracle, you know, Amazon, you know, Web Services, Partner Network, and of course a few other ones on here as well. But the funny thing is that this is like the bare minimum. In fact, Son and L11, shout out to him, has actually put together this massive ecosystem. So first off, he is talking about like the juggernauts of an ecosystem goes live 2023. 95% of Q&T clients go live in 2023 or by 2023. And it takes years to build. It definitely isn't like small DeFi stuff with no stakeholders. Dozens of regulators, banks, governments, etc. are involved. Yes, Q&T can go to $20, but in 5 years, they are greater than 10K. And yeah, I think that this is easily a 10K token long term. And we do see here, I think Q&T multi-ledger token MLT is at the center of this initiative from Japan. And it's an absolute jackpot, bigger than Sia Spunta. I hate the fact that I said bigger than instead of bigger than because I just like read it. But anyways, four mega banks, local governments in total, over 80 Japanese organizations from all industries and growing. And here you guys have, a large amount of those, customers. For example, you have MUFG, SBI Holdings, which we know of, SBI with, for an example, like Ripple. Same with like Nomura. And there's a few other ones that I've seen, like even Mitsubishi. So yeah, I mean, these are some pretty large names, especially into like the banking scene as well. Japan is the third biggest economy in the world. These four Japanese mega banks involved are all in the top 15 biggest banks. Other members are giants from industries like telecom, electric company, railway, gaming, finance, SBI, well known by XRP fans, and retail. We do see down here the consortium plans to launch its own innovative yen-backed digital currency 2023, and since it's so well backed by industry giants / domestic market leaders, it will disrupt the Japanese payment sector heavily, experts say. According to the white paper, DCJPY will use a permission DLT network to turn back deposits into digital currency utilizing a mint and burn mechanism, something which is exactly done by Quant MLTs, also an LAC chain with IDB, NBIS/SMB, CBDC trials with Helvetia. And here you guys have that that on their old website. Here you guys have it minted on a private DLT. As you guys do see, and furthermore, the paper describes that specific industry use cases could use separate private DLT networks, which means the currency will have to be able to run on multiple DLTs at the same time. MLTs are the first of its kind and patent pending. And yeah, this just goes on and on. There's like so much information within this, but it truly kind of recognizes exactly where we are within Quant. Like, I mean, seriously, like when I see a lot of these like articles around Quant, or a lot of this like, for an example, like you see interoperability everywhere. All of these major articles constantly say like interoperability. It is 100% necessary. It's crucial. All I see is dollar signs around QNT. Like QNT is one of the most scarce tokens out there, compared to like even, or scarce, sorry, tokens out there compared to like even Bitcoin, right? So like when we look at Bitcoin and we see like the adoption cycle on Bitcoin and how long it took it for like, to go mainstream, like QNT is not too far behind. Like QNT will be at Bitcoin's prices, give or take, in 5 to 8 years. And I think that this is the perfect moment in time to like, accumulate, especially when you are like a long-term investor here. If you have money that like you don't need like tomorrow, for an example, or like next year maybe, just something that you're like, you feel free to like lock up for a long time, like QNT is like your best friend in terms of like a long-term investment, from not only like a regulatory standpoint, but also from like a utility standpoint, from a builder standpoint. Like they are continuing on their mission and their goals, and I just love to see that. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.